What up, YouTube? Welcome to my channel. I'm Anthony TV. Look, if you're new to the channel, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, like this video, and drop a comment if you got some comment. So what's up, guys? So today we're gonna do something a little bit different. Y'all know, if you've been following the channel, on Wednesdays, you know, I like to pull up on food service drivers from time to time. But today is Wednesday. But instead of pulling up on food service drivers, we're gonna pull up into some properties, right? We're going driving for dollars today and looking at houses that could be potential deals for me. For those that don't know, I do have a real estate business and I wholesale properties, right? I look for houses that could be potential deals for me, houses that I could wholesale. And I'll explain that a little bit more today as we go on this little journey. Just what we call driving for dollars is what I'm doing today, right? So we're just basically going to be driving around looking for some potential deals for me, some opportunities, right? So houses that I typically look for are houses that may look run down, you know, they may have boarded up windows, they may have high grass, tall grass, looks like the yard haven't been cut in a while. All those things are just signs and indications that nobody has been at the property in a while, right? So those are typically the houses that I look for. And so we're just gonna drive around and just see what we can find. And I'm gonna take you guys along with me. Today, as you can see, I'm in business drip. Got my company shirt on. Almost dropped my phone, man. Got my company shirt on, and a lot of times, I'm not gonna lie, I like to put my signs on the side of my car too. So I'm gonna show you guys what I'm talking about. So these are my signs that I like to put on the side of the car, man. You know, when I'm pulling up in driveways, sometimes it may look a little weird. So just in case anybody was to pull up and wondering what I'm doing, you know, I can easily say, well, I buy houses, and so I'm just looking at this house, right? And those we buy houses signs, those are just signs that I like to put up every now and then. Just put them up on sides of roads and things of that. Try to put them in good areas to where I think somebody would notice them and, you know, call that number, man. So I probably got a few calls off those signs. You know, they're not really effective to me, so I haven't put any up in a while. But anyway, I got other methods that I do now instead of putting up those type of signs. You know, other methods I like to use to find properties is not just driving for dollars and looking for properties. You know, you can also pull a list. You know, you can get different types of lists. Like vacant lists, tired landlord lists. It's just a lot of different lists that you can actually pull, and then you can get them skip traced. I'll talk about skip tracing it a little bit later. But yeah, so anyway, we're not gonna waste any more time. We're gonna go ahead and get on this journey and go look for some houses, man. Y'all stick around. Let's see what we can find out here. Check you guys in a minute. Peace. What up, guys? So we just pulled up to this first property, man, and so I'm gonna show you guys what I'm talking about. Like I said earlier, different things that I look for is clear signs and indications to me that, you know, nobody is living at the property right now, and this is a perfect example. So I'm gonna turn my camera around so you guys can see. So you see the grass, real high grass. See, it's got the private property sign on it. So clearly you can look at the grass. It's got a chain on the fence. Nobody lives here. So this is a perfect opportunity to reach out to this homeowner and see if they'll be willing to sell this property, right? So again, man, you can look at this property and you can tell that nobody lives here. So this is a perfect opportunity, man. So a lot of people will look at this property and say, dang, that's an ugly property, or it looks bad. But somebody like me and other investors look at this as gold mines, right? There's dollar signs all on this house. So I'll be getting this phone number and skip tracing. You can get in contact with the owner. So yeah, my phone kind of cut off there, but I'll be reaching out to this homeowner at this particular house to see if they'll be interested in a cash offer on this property. But again, guys, this one is a perfect opportunity right here, man. All right, so that's the first one for the day, man. We're gonna move on and see what else we can find out here. Y'all stay with me. All right, guys, so we at the second house, man. So check this one out. Another one, you can clearly tell that nobody lives with this property. The trees almost covering it up. But again, this could be another opportunity, man. Trees is really almost covering up this property. So once again, could be another opportunity. We're gonna see. We'll reach out to him. I'll skip trace it, get the address, all that type stuff. And we'll reach out to the homeowner, man. See what happens. All right, on to the next one. Look at that one over there, guys. You see that one right there? Right there. Could be an opportunity. Go over, just kind of check it out real quick. Alright, so this is another one where clearly nobody lives at. So again, I'll reach out to this homeowner. I get them a call, get the address, and see if they'll be willing to take a cash offer. That's another one in the books. Second one, and we on to the next one. Y'all stay with me. Yeah, guys, so, you know, driving for dollars, man, like I said, it's a good way to find properties that could be potential deals. You know, you guys probably drive by properties all the time that you really never really paid attention to. You know, older houses or houses that look like they're in bad shape or whatever the case may be. You may even call them ugly houses, but they're everywhere. If you're paying attention, they're everywhere. Like, you know, since I started my business, now, you know, I can spot them a mile away. And I got a tendency of just breaking my neck almost just looking every time I pass by some neighborhood or whatever, or if I'm on the street. I just kind of look all the time. I got my head on the swivel looking for properties. It's kind of funny because I even had my wife doing it, because every time we would ride together, I would be looking, and now sometimes she'll text me a picture of a house that she passed by, and she'll send it to me like, I think I found one, babe, or whatever. So check this out. Might have one right here. So it's like another opportunity. So let's see what this one about. So this is another one. Clearly nobody lives here. But we'll check it out and give them a call, man. So this is another one, guys. You know, another vacant property. Clearly nobody lives here. There's somebody next door doing some yard work, looks like, so I'm not gonna be here long. Like I said, a lot of times pulling up in some of these driveways, especially when nobody here, you know, you don't want to look crazy or whatever. But the good part is that, you know, I got my signs out, I got business cards, I'm super legit, so, you know, I'm really never worried about it too much. If anybody was to pull up and want to know why I'm here, you know. But this is another one, man. This is another one, so I'll add it to my list. And we'll keep trucking down the road. All right, guys, so now I'm getting ready to go past or go by a house that I went to several months ago, probably about 6-7 months ago, man. Could be longer. I think it was down this street right here, but I'm gonna go past it, man, and see if it's still in the same condition or if anything changed, because it looked like nobody lived at the property. So, oh, I just passed by it. I see it. It looked like it's still in the same situation. So, I'm gonna turn back around up here and go back. But I'm gonna get this address again. I did reach out to the homeowner at the time to ask if they wanted to sell the property, and they said they didn't want to sell it. They weren't interested in selling it at the time, but hey, I'm gonna try them again. You know, this particular business, everybody that's in wholesaling, you know, they know this, but a lot of times the deal is in the follow-up. So you may reach out to a homeowner at, you know, a certain time, and they tell you at that time, no, they're not interested in selling. But that doesn't mean you have to take no for an answer, right? Just because they tell you no the first time, it doesn't mean that it's always going to be a no. So a lot of times what we do in wholesaling, we keep the contact information unless they tell you, you know, don't call me anymore or take me off your list or whatever. You know, a lot of times what we do, we'll follow back up with that person at a later time to see if the situation changed. Maybe, you know, they had a change of circumstances and now they're ready to sell. So it's always good to follow up with these homeowners, because, you know, it's life, man. Sometimes the circumstances change, right? And so they may not have wanted to sell when you first reached out to them, but this time around they may be interested in selling, right? So I'm gonna go by this house. I just passed by it, so I'm getting ready to pull back up here. I had to turn around, and I'm gonna get the information and reach out to them sometime today and see if they're interested in selling now. We'll see. All right, so sit right here. Y'all see this? All right, so you guys can see this property. Definitely nobody living here still, and like I said, it was several months ago when I first came to this property. But I'm getting ready to turn this camera around so you guys can see it. So bear with me for a second. All right, guys. So give y'all a better look at this property. Again, the grass is almost covering up the yard, the whole property. But as you can see, nobody lives here, man. So I'm gonna reach out to the homeowner again at this property. I'll be reaching out to him again, give him another call to see, like I was saying, just to see if the circumstances change. Maybe a change of circumstances to where, you know, to now they're ready to sell. So we'll see. We'll see what they say. I'm definitely gonna reach out to them. See if we can get this deal, man. There's definitely a lot of potential here. It's a lot of money to be made. So it could be a good opportunity. But anyway, guys, this is the last one we're gonna go to today. Now, a lot of times, a lot of investors, they do, you know, 10, 15 or more houses a day and add them to the list. You know what I mean? But you know, it's all about doing however many you can do. If you're in a wholesaling game, you know, do as many as you could do. Especially if you're doing this like part-time or whatever. If it's not full-time for you, you know, you got to do however many you can do. At least you're doing something, right? If that means doing 1 a day or 2 a day, or, you know, only doing a few on the weekends or whatever, do something if that's what you want to do, this type of business you want to get into. Like I said, with wholesaling, it's a lot of money to be made in wholesaling. There's a lot of opportunities out there. You know, you can really make some big assignment fees.
That's basically what you get paid after you close on the deal. You can really make some big assignment fees. I mean, you can go on YouTube and you can look at some of these channels. Go to TTP, check out Brent Daniels, Wholesaling Inc. That's a good podcast. Or I'm sorry, they have a good podcast as well, but TTP, Brent Daniels. Go ahead and search Brent Daniels. You can see a lot of the success stories, and you can see what some of the people have made wholesaling. I mean, it's people that's done been on his show that have made over $100,000 on one wholesale deal. So, you know, it's a lot of money to be made out here, especially depending on what market you're in. I'm in a smaller market where I live. It's a lot of competition out here, you know, but you still can do deals, right? So it's really all about timing, man, because, you know, somebody else can reach out to these homeowners at one particular time. And like I was saying earlier, they may not be ready to sell at that time. But then maybe I call them a month, 2 months, 6 months later, and they're ready to sell, right? So a lot of times it's all about timing in this business, just catching them at the right time. But it's a ton of money to be made in this business, a ton of money. But, you know, if wholesaling houses is something you want to get in, if you're interested in, do your research, man. I learned just by watching YouTube videos and listening to podcasts. I started wholesaling business after listening to Max Maxwell. That's another one. So check out Max Maxwell. He big in the wholesale game, and you can learn a lot, man. I learned everything off YouTube University, as they call it. That's how I learned this business. Being at work, constantly just listen to my podcast while I'm making stops, you know, delivering. For those that don't know, I am a food service driver. I work for Gordon Food Service. So when I'm in my truck and I'm at my stops, I'm listening. I'm listening in my truck, listening to podcasts all day. Like, that's how I started. So I was just listening, and I was intrigued by it. And I just started doing more research, and I dived in and took action. That's the biggest thing with this job, with this type of business, is just taking action. Once you get the information, then you have to apply that information, right? And go ahead and start doing it. You know, that's with anything. Getting the information isn't enough, right? Once you get the information, then you have to apply it in real life, right? So that's what I did. I took action, and I've made money, you know what I'm saying, doing it. So once you get proof of concept and you know it's real and you know it can be done, you keep doing it, right? You know it works. So anyway, guys, I'm getting ready to go to Panera Bread. I still got gift card money. For those that don't know, go check out some of my previous videos where I talked about the gift cards that I got from Gordon Food Service. So I still got money on my card, man, on my gift card that I got from GFS. So I'm getting ready to go to Panera Bread to get me some breakfast. And, you know, I'm going to contact these people who I got today on my list, reach out to them, see if they'll be interested in a cash offer on the property, and go from there, man. But anyway, guys, I hope you have a good day. Remember, if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, like this video, and comment if you got some comments. Until next time, guys, I'll check you later. Peace.